Hey guys, sorry about the uploads. Thanks for being patient with me on them. Between school, the holidays, and some other things, I just wasn't really prepared for what I needed to do to make sure all this stayed up and running and proper. And going forward, I'm going to be much better about it. So again, thank you for your patience in regards to that. Everything should be up very soon, and going forward, I shouldn't be missing uploads so consistently. If at all, even. That would be great if I could just not miss an upload. But this video is about episodes 4 and 5, which during the download process from Twitch and getting them prepared for YouTube, ended up getting lost completely. The files are broken, and the VODs are no longer up on Twitch, so I can't actually re-download them, unfortunately, which does kind of leave us at the situation where instead I'm just going to have to do a synopsis, tell you all the things that happened during those episodes, so that way you can not miss any information, but unfortunately, unless you caught them live, those episodes are gone and will not be able to be watched again. That's on me, that's my fault. I think I know what broke, so it shouldn't happen again. It hasn't happened in any of the episodes following, but I do apologize one more time just for that. And without further ado, though, let's just go ahead and jump into the synopsis so you guys can figure out what you missed. As the Kotoa fled back to their camp, the party held back, watching the water swarm with sharks as they carefully made their way around back towards the encampment while taking stock of their injuries. Seeing no signs of the fleeing priests, Stefano crept into their camp, successful at staying hidden for a time, but eventually he was caught. The party rushed in, and a brief battle with the few remaining armed members of the Kotoan tribe ensued. The party then sat to rest, using the Kotoan tents while Stefano went ahead once more. There in the next cavern, he found a drow speaking with a large skeletal snake easily 10 feet tall. Quickly retreating back to the rest of the party, who during this time had spread out among the tents checking for survivors, finding none except for Soraya, who told Edwin that her tent was all clear, motioning for the small Kotoa inside to stay quiet and offering it some food. Stefano then returned to the party, who after learning of the challenge awaiting in the next hall decided to rest and tend their wounds as best they could before proceeding. During their rest, Malcolm noticed footsteps approaching. Peeking out stealthily from his tent, he saw the drow approach the camp, now seeing him to be bald, tall, in heavy plate armor adorned with symbols of the Spider Queen. As he began to inspect the camp, Tanith, who also was attempting to quietly observe, fell out of his tent, prostrate before the drow, who, after Malcolm and Edwin emerged from their tents, picked him up and held a knife to his throat. A brief parley occurred, ending in Malcolm and Tanith both attacking the drow against Stefano's wishes. The drow fled deeper into the caves, towards where Stefano had seen him with the bone naga, and the party then gave chase. A long battle ensued, the drow taking many hits and dishing out damage with poisoned blades, the bone naga casting spells to render the party less effective and nearly downing 3 of them with a well-placed lightning bolt. Malcolm changed forms, rushing headlong into the fray and nearly giving way to his bestial impulses. The others stayed fighting the drow, save Stefano, who followed Malcolm towards the naga. Sneaking around it, he leapt up, climbing the spine to perch atop its head. Using the eye sockets as handholds, he spent the rest of the fight fighting from his newfound perch. Eventually, the battle concluded, the drow being felled by the assaults of Edwin, Soraya, and Tanith, and the naga unable to hold against both Malcolm and Stefano. In the aftermath, Stefano quickly took the emblems of the Spider Queen from the drow, hiding the action amidst searching the body for any other useful items. The party debated what this could mean, while Malcolm and Stefano pressed further into the cave after Tanith, who had gone to investigate. Amidst the offerings they found there, they saw candles, trinkets, all around a shallow trough that seemed to be the place of rest for the naga. They searched its lair thoroughly, finding mostly small trinkets, but Malcolm finding an emblem of the cloaked serpent. Stowing it in his pouch, they returned to the rest of the party and set to freeing the prisoners they had found, arming those that could still fight and caring for those who could barely walk. They escorted them through the caves to a hidden exit discovered in the back of the Kotoan camp. After getting everyone outside, they decided to rest for the evening, setting up a camp for the injured and tending to wounds, keeping watch in shifts. Malcolm, before he set to resting, made a sketch of the emblem he had picked up from the naga's lair, and then returned it to the lair in secret. After morning arrived, they returned to the beach, flagging down a ship captain after a time, and getting all of the rescued sailors on board. They traveled back to Drinna, where they returned to the lodge, received payment and commendation for their actions, as well as an apology from some of the previously more skeptical members. The party then spent the evening resting in the tavern. A waking in the morning to a grateful town, and a journey to Whitestone on the horizon. So I think I covered the major points there. Again, sorry that you can't just watch the full episodes, but this is the best thing I think I can do that can help give you all the information so that way you are caught up current and any major points you have caught. So if someone references something in the current campaign, you aren't left wondering what they're talking about. Thanks again for your patience on all of this, and I hope to see you at the next episode.